Taking a moment to find your feet and arrive in your body and in your breath and in this present moment where you find yourself. Feel free to lower your gaze or even close your eyes, just to have a sense of not just your external surroundings, but also an internal gaze. Including yourself and what you're attending to and what you're paying attention to. And our topic this month is embodiment, the full transition to an integrative approach. I'd like to introduce this concept that we are mostly water. And not just water, but inside ourselves and outside ourselves, but we're actually water that is vibrating at a certain frequency, depending on our state of mind, our state of consciousness, our state of our nervous system. So I'd like to guide us through a brief meditation of awareness, just to be aware of what frequency we are vibrating at today. And of course, it shifts throughout the day. But I'd like to invite you into a frequency that is healing for you, integrating for you, and also that allows insights to bubble up from the intelligence within and the intelligence around us. So with a certain amount of willingness just to be vulnerable and to slow down and noticing where you may be and where your mind may be at this time. Takes a certain amount of courage and intention just to come into this moment and into where you are. So we're having this moment together, so you're not alone. Also attending and paying attention to your own vibration. Seeing if you can pause enough to actually feel that we are this vibration of water that is us and in us. And also with our heart beating, we are a pulsing vibration. See if you can begin to slow your attention and just even notice and feel that pulse of your own heartbeat. And if you're not able to feel it, just placing a hand on your heart. Just becoming aware of your own rhythm. Imagining a body of water, and sometimes our subconscious will plant an image, or an image may arise. Just imagining yourself as a body of water. You could be a lake. You could be in the water, in a glass of water. You could be an ocean or any body of water, a stream. Just noticing the qualities of the surface of this water. There can be a lot of movement and activity, or it can be quite calm, and just taking a few moments of silence just to see where you are today. Perhaps an image comes into your mind's eye, or perhaps you feel it and sense it in another way. Where are you today, and how are you? A certain vibration that you can sense. Some options are smooth and supple and calm surface. Usually there's going to be some motion and movement. Seeing if the surface of your water today is tumultuous in any way. If there's any agitation or even tension in or on the water. Just noticing and attending, feeling. And then dropping down to the actual body of the water. So beneath the surface, there's a whole life under the surface in us. Just noticing what it is you either see or feel under the surface as you sense yourself, this energetic body or your physical body that contains our energy. Just noticing what you are aware of today in yourself. And if you haven't taken a deep breath, just give yourself permission to breathe, to arrive, to come into the present moment with yourself and with this group. Seeing to what degree you can feel safety in yourself. And also receiving an offering today as you sense yourself. Everything that is beneath the surface, everything that is that life underneath the surface, that whole world, whether or not it's the floor of the lake and all the life forms and the activity, or whether or not it's inside an ocean and on the ocean floor and everything between the floor of the ocean and the surface. Just knowing that all of you is good. All of you has a place. Every part, every aspect, no matter how it's vibrating. That there is a wholeness to you. And in our culture, we often have, and in healthcare and even integrative modalities, sometimes there is a shame that can surface in our Western world and really anywhere in any culture. Letting go of any sense that there is something wrong with you or a part of you, and just resting in the whole of everything beneath the surface, allowing it to be there, welcoming it to the best of your ability today. Any feelings that are uncomfortable, any intentions or ideas that are not completely pure, is opening and embracing to all of you. Ways in which you might strive for something for yourself and maybe feel very much in process. Just bringing a sense of being and forgiveness to your attention and to this moment that we share together. All of you is welcome. And you form a whole. And you are good. So as we begin to complete our meditation, just wanted to share that sometimes we might notice tension and that we are in process. And that similar to how we sometimes might notice that we need a massage or we need to reach out or to be touched. We might even need hands on our neck and hands on our shoulders just to help us to release and to let go. Sometimes that touch and that contact is really welcome. It's really needed. Sometimes we can feel that need. And that is also how we see some of the relationships with our clinicians in our clinic. Those who join us and work one-on-one or join our clinic. Sometimes we need a touch point. Sometimes we need accompaniment just to release some of the tensions that come up as we fully transition to an integrative approach. to embodying a work schedule and a way of working that is reflecting us and what we truly want. Just recognizing that need for contact, need for accompaniment, in whatever form you choose to give that to yourself. Sometimes we need that connection so that we can relax or so that we can see more clearly and take the next step. So if you choose to listen to this recording in the future, or if anyone's listening after the event, you can also just press pause on your recording and just give yourself a few moments of space and time and silence. Just to breathe. To be. Drop out of the mind and the narrative and the rights and wrongs and the who we are, and to drop into being. Sensing and responding and being changed by the intelligence that's just always bubbling up inside us and around us, syncing, synchronizing, tuning and aligning with that peace and intelligence and guidance. So coming back to yourself, perhaps wiggling your, just beginning to make some small motions in your fingers and your toes. You are safe. You have what you need for your day today. It's safe to breathe. It's safe to notice. It's safe to increase your awareness, and also change is okay. The changing environment, evolving relationships. And it's safe for us to shift and change, and we can change. If we just give ourselves enough comfort and space, encouragement, and the support to do so. So wiggling those toes and fingers a little bit more, you might choose to stretch your arms. I always raise my arms overhead, whether or not we're meditating in the clinic together and our staff or in this meeting. I always yawn a little bit when I put my hands over my head. And I want to conclude our morning meditation. So please move your body in any way that feels good. This also is a great time to move into a little spontaneous movement or stretching for yourself. And welcome.